Kia ora and welcome to Craft Artosaurus. My name's Paula. Today is Wednesday and today I'm going to make an ornament for my tree. I've actually been debating about what to make, and what I would really like to make is a little nest, and inside the nest I can put some Easter eggs. That's my thought. We'll see how it finishes. For all I know, we could just have the end of a nest at the end of today. Oh dear. So I've got two pieces of a jelly roll, which I thought were complementary colours, and they were nice and bright, so they'll look pretty on the tree from a distance. And from there, I'm just tying a knot in the end, and I guess I'm going to make some fabric rope. Look, I've really, I don't know if this is going to work. I remember ages ago I watched Marion's World. I think it was Marion's World, and she was doing fabric rope, and it looked, she was using a glass of water, I think it was, wasn't it? A glass of water, and she twisted the rope and well, twisted each side and brought it all together and all that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm not Marion. I think I watched it and I was like, oh, that's really pretty. That's really neat. But I don't know if I can do that. So I'm twisting one side. Ergo, I'm going to do it the Paula way, you know, me and me ways, yep. And I'm just going to twist the bit that I've twisted over to the other side. And as long as I keep this fabric so it's the pattern on the outside, I'm thinking it'll make a pretty rope. And look, there's already a piece there without the pattern. So I think the hardest area to be will be this middle bit, the starting. As long as I keep prettiness happening, I'll be happy. Yep. That's my thought behind it. So I'm just going to keep on twisting, and hopefully at the end I'll have some rope. So yep, that's my thought behind it. I'm actually thinking I might like to stitch that closed, finished. So let me put a pin in there. Where's a needle? And some thread would be good. Needle and thread. I've got some just in front of me. I'm going to use this pair of scissors just beside me. I've got two pairs of these scissors in here. Oh, goodness knows what I've done. And a needle. Here we go. Thread her up, baby. Right, let's make a little nest. Just twirling this last bit up on itself. This could be the wrong thing to do. I've never done this before, and quite frankly I'm enjoying myself, so yep, I'm just going to carry on doing what I'm doing even if it's wrong. It's maybe a little bit hard to stitch through, I guess, because you've got lots of fabric there. I was going to say yarn, because oh, one of my ladies have asked if we can start crochet knit early, and I don't know, I have the whole month of January off. I don't actually close out crochet knit. I keep it running all year round, and I kind of need that downtime of a month. And I know that's weird because you're only inviting people into your house and that sort of thing, but my husband's got a meeting coming up sometime in this month, and it's on a Thursday, Friday over in Christchurch, and I could catch a free lift with him and just have fun. You know, there's a exhibition on in the art centre, and I really want to go and see it. And if I start crochet knit, then I'll have to not do all these things I'd kind of You know, I kind of plan little bits and pieces here and there that I could do, and these are the sorts of things that I end up missing out on. And it used to annoy my family when it came, well, when they were younger, the girls were younger, I would cancel crochet knit in the school holidays. And the ladies didn't meet. They were quite happy. They had their own things to do. But I just think it's really important that you have some downtime when you run something. And so I think I'm going to just have to say to this lady that no, I'm not going to be running anything. I need my downtime. So I feel awful about it. You know how you feel? You feel like you should do something, because I know it's good for her to see these people, but then there's also, I don't know, I'm just tired. And also, if my husband does have a meeting over in Christchurch, this is my time to go over with him and have a little bit of fun. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm in two minds, which I always, you know, end up going two minds. I'm in two minds. But yeah, I wish she hadn't said anything, because I need this downtime. I really do. I work everything out in this month, you know, kind of what's going to happen here and what's going to happen there. I think I'm going to start bringing, I've just started very gently putting it together, and now I'm going to start building it up. So putting it on top of each other. I don't want a big basket, but I don't want too little a basket either. So, you know, a bird, kind of a bird's nest. And I want it to be in fabric. So yeah, I like the thought of a bird's nest in fabric. So yep, I'm quite keen to carry on doing this. Carrying on. So how have you all been? I know the fires are still burning in Australia, which is quite distressful, to tell you the truth. I thought by now they'd be a little bit under control. Our firefighters are over there helping out. Yep, it's nice that they can do that, but yeah, I know it's distressing for families of firefighters here, because now they're all worried about their men over there. There's only a few that go over. We have a few kind of select firefighters that know how to do bushfires, which is good because we get them from time to time. So yeah, which is quite interesting, you know, the different countries, but we do get them. We've just had a fire in Nelson. So yeah, which isn't a surprise. They have lots of pine forests in Nelson. That's where a lot of wood for New Zealand is growing. But I don't know if it'll carry on being grown there, because the place that does all the sawmilling wants to move up north. That's a long way to ship wood that you want to mill. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm hoping there'll be a consortium of Nelson people who will get together and kind of work out how to do things. Now, at the moment, it doesn't look very bird nesty, but it'll slowly get there, hopefully. Hopefully this idea is going to work. And I can have a nice little kind of, I was thinking of a nest with eggs in it, and then I could do a little Easter bunny. I know it's not Easter time, but hot cross buns are already out in the supermarket here in New Zealand. I don't know if they're in your supermarket overseas. I think Christmas Day stopped, and we came back from Christmas when the supermarkets were closed for the one time that they're closed throughout the year. And you know, all the everyone panics. Mass buying of toilet paper and milk, because you know they're never going to reopen again. Oh dear. So yep, so all of that was done like it's normally done, and yeah, I think this is how you do it. Oh, I might need to watch a video, but I'm not going to. It's a little bit tough to go through, but not too bad really. In fact, it's quite, this is rather relaxing. So yep, who knew that making a bird's nest could be so darn relaxing? Not this girl, that's for sure. So yep. And I want to add some bits and pieces into it. So this is a posh bird, obviously, you know, or in this case, it's going to end up being a bunny. And, you know, they've had fun making a nest and thoroughly enjoying themselves. So we had rain last night, and I thought, from what I understood on the news, we were in for some really, really bad weather today, but it's missing us. So somewhere in New Zealand, they're getting west coast rain, which is never any good. Yeah, we've got special kind of drains here that takes the water away quite quickly because, you know, we all know how bad the west coast rain is. Gosh, this is rather sweet, actually. Really enjoying this. It's lots of fun to make. Who knew making a little bird's nest could be this much fun? I guess you could make a nice little ort container with this. Would be rather sweet. I'll need to fix up the bottom, but I'm slowly getting a bird's nest that I like. I don't think I'll need to use it all, but I'll go one more time around, I feel. Yep, just to there, and then I'm going to go back on myself, I guess, a little bit. Quite sure. I know I have to fix up the bottom. The bottom is not joined correctly, so that's okay. And I most probably should have used pink thread, I guess. I'm not sure, but the thread seems to be working. I'm just doing little stitches here and there, holding it together. I'm doing all this for the first time with you. You understand, I don't try and make something off camera and then come on camera and I know what I'm doing. That's far too logical for me to do that. That would be out there in the world. I would never do that. I do the same with patterns. When someone says, oh, can I have a help? I just do it with them and at the same time. I don't know why I do that. I don't go away and work it out. I just go, oh yeah, let's do it now, and away we go. I guess it's me, the way I was brought up. So you all have your little follies that you follow, and you kind of go to yourself, why do you do that? Why do you do that, girl? I don't know why I do it, but thoroughly enjoy myself while I'm doing it. I think I'm getting near the end of where I want this little basket, well, this little egg holder that I'm calling a nest to be. How are we going to cut it? Well, obviously with scissors, but I'm thinking, how can I cut it so that it doesn't all unravel? Well, where are my big pink scissors? Oops, here they are, up above me. I think it's going to unravel on this side, so I might need to put a pin where I'm going to cut it, just so it doesn't unravel. Well, I'm hoping this doesn't unravel. It's going to unravel, isn't it? It's Murphy's Law. It's Murphy's Law. I should most probably do it on an angle. Oh gosh, it's as thick as anything. I might go just above where I put that because I can't seem to cut through. There we go. And look at that. I've got all this rope that I can use on another project. So that's not too bad, is it? And I can add to it like I wanted to. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. So I'll just put a pin in it and I'll sort that out later on. I don't know when, I don't know where. I feel like I'm that famous movie star now. I don't know when, I don't know where, but I will find you. I will find you. I will kill you. Liam Neeson. Oh my goodness. And I didn't even watch that movie. I just know the quote because he was on Graham Norton and I love Graham Norton. He was so funny with him. But he said set it into someone's phone. Yep, a really cool message. So, yep. So I know it's a famous quote for that alone. Oh dear. It's very sad when you only know quotes from Graham Norton, I guess, but who cares? For those overseas who don't know who Graham Norton is, he's a very famous English talk show kind of host, who does just celebrities. So he's, really famous movie stars go on his show now because he's a lot of fun. He is a lot of fun when all's said and done. Graham Norton is a lot of fun. Yep. He's not like the American hosts. He's kind of more, he gets them to do silly things. And yeah, I don't know, at times I feel like he gets them to be themselves. They had Catherine Tate with Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise had never seen any of Catherine Tate's skits, and so and she has this skit character. I don't know, maybe you haven't heard of Catherine Tate, but she has this character where everyone's belligerent. So she has a belligerent teenager, and she says, what does she say? She's got a catchphrase. It's like, I don't care, or something like that. Oh, that doesn't bother me. That don't bother me. Don't bother me. Don't bother me. You know. I'm laughing about it. It's so funny. It's so funny, that school kid. And she did that with David Tennant, Doctor Who. The Doctor Who skit where Doctor Who was actually an English teacher, and he's Scottish and he's teaching English, and she's like, but sir, you're Scottish. I don't understand you. So funny, so funny. And she does this belligerent grandmother, and she explained how she came across the character, and she was explaining it to Tom Cruise, and that's the foul-mouthed gran. Oh my goodness, it's such a funny character. And he listened, and he thought it was hilarious. He was cracking up, was Tom Cruise. And I thought, yeah, we're getting to see the real Tom Cruise, not the movie persona that he presents to the world. And I don't know why I thought that, but it just made me smile to see him having so much fun, and not knowing what this character was, but loving it, just loving the whole concept of this character, this Nan. And yeah, it was lovely. So yes, I just like how Graham seems to be able to bring celebrities out. He had Jacinda Ardern on. I did not watch. I am not a fan. I am not a fan. Yep, wasn't even interested. I thought, oh, she's not a celebrity. What's she famous for? Killing my cat. That's what. Killing my dog. That's what she's famous for. Couldn't get my dog in. Yep, she killed him. Oh dear. Isn't it strange? Oh dear. I am silly, I know. But yep. And it's not her fault that Flossie died, but it was her rules and regulations that now we don't live by, but we still have COVID. And look, there we have it. A kind of funky, I need to fix up the bottom, little nest that I think I can make like 1 or 2. I'd like to get 3 little Easter eggs in there, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Something just went ting then. I think it was my husband's computer. I hope it was my husband's computer, not mine. Well, it can't be because my computer's down the other end. So yeah, it can't be mine. So yep. There we go. Oh, that looks rather sweet. Well, there's the bottom of the basket, so you can see I'm just going to fix this bit up. And that's the side of the basket, of the bird's nest, which is what I'm calling it, a bird's nest. I love it. Actually, I really do. So this was a cool idea. See, this is going to be a quick decoration. I don't even know how long I've been doing it for. It doesn't feel like for ages, though. My voice isn't funny, so yeah. No, it can't be for ages. Just going to do a little knotty watty at the top. And I like that I can see my thread. Do I like it or don't I like it? Do I want to go over it with pink? No, I do like it. it's like bits of grass or something in there, so I'm quite happy with that. Yep, I'm very happy with that. Oh, it's so cool. It's just the bottom that needs fixing. You can see it keeps on coming undone, coming away. Just push it through the wound up bit and pull it. And then we'll go to the bottom of the bird's nest. Oh, that's so cool. I really love it. Right, we'll fix up this bottom. Sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? Oh, I'm just going to fix up the bottom. I think we need to go there and then, yep, so at least the knot's secreted. I could see me making some of this and making little orc containers from it. So the rope was really easy to make. Who knew? Well, obviously Marion did, because Marion's World, you've got how to do proper fabric rope on there. It wasn't as hard as in fact, it wasn't hard at all. I didn't think it would be, but I wasn't sure if it would work out. And now I'm very happy with the nest. I didn't want anything too brown and blah, if that makes sense to people watching. I wanted something a little bit colourful and fun and funky. It's most probably a little bit too small. Should I have done it bigger? No, I don't think I should have. I quite like it. Let me just... the clinking is the recycle people. They're here again. It's Wednesday and that's what they do, and it's in the morning. So, yep. So they've come to pick up everyone's glass. Well, you know, I got rid of all that last week. Still not happy with it over here. So I'm just looking on the inside of the nest and seeing how it looks. Yeah, that's really noisy. Sorry about that, guy. Sorry about that, people. Yeah, they're going through and they're sorting all the different glass bottles into the different containers on the truck because it all gets recycled. Please note, we have a glass blowing place here in Hokitika. The glass isn't crushed down and then put into tubes and sent to Hokitika. That's far too logical. I don't know where the glass goes to. It would make sense to do that, and then all our recycling could be done on the coast. The glass blowing place is amazing. Oh, so pretty. I don't think I've ever done any filming in there because yeah, I've never asked permission. I think that's about right, and I'm running out of thread and I'm pushing it through with my finger, which is never a good idea. See, there's the bottom, and now I can't see any daylight in the bottom of my little nest. Right, now I'm going to go and get some felt, and we're going to make some little eggs to go in here. Got out 3 pieces of felt that I quite like, and they'll be the felt that I make the Easter eggs with. So I'm just debating now. I think the basket is too small, the little bird's nest, for 3 eggs in it. So yeah, so I'm just doing the whole you know, as you go I should most probably work it out on a piece of paper, so let me grab a piece of paper. Here we go, a piece of paper and a pencil. If only I had a pencil in my art room. Oh. So I was thinking kind of a nice smallish egg, kind of like that. And I do not know, where's my bird's nest? I think I can get an egg in there, but I want 3 eggs. So just to be difficult, because, you know, I'm Paula. This is just an old piece of paper that I don't use because I don't like it. And it's great to doodle on and just have a little bit of fun. And like today I can just make a few quick little patterns on it. So yeah, these are going to be lovely small little Easter eggs that I can decorate each side, and then I can stuff with a little bit of stuffing and just hang here and there in the basket, one's hoping. So just going to cut around what I've drawn very roughly. Grab me basket, grab me, keep on calling it a basket, grab me bird's nest, and look, it fits. It actually fits quite well. So I think I can get 3 in there, a little bit stuffed. I think I can. I think I can, ergo I am. Yeah, that's my can-do attitude. Yeah, my can-do attitude. Even if I can't do it, I still am doing it. And I can just decorate each little leg with, I don't know, I was thinking maybe French knots on one, zigzags on another, and I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. Let's just work out the egg first. It's not quite gone right here, but that's okay. I got there in the end, and another one over here would be good. These pens are not the best on felt. Just, yeah, it gives you a heads up there. Sometimes I get really frustrated with them and I just go and grab a, what do you call it? A normal marker, which is one of these just over there, my Copic multi-markers, and sometimes I'll draw on felt with this instead. A number 3 isn't the best one. You most probably want to do a number 5 or a number 1, and I haven't got a 5 or a 1 over there. So I've only got number 3. So obviously I'm getting all organised because Tori's doing from Cool Cookie Creations. I'll leave a link to her wonderful videos. But every year so far since she's done it, I think every year I've done abstractorary with her, and it's she gives you prompts and an artist, or is it an artist? I think she gives you an artist or a style of abstract art, and you go away and you have some fun trying to do, well, in my case I'm trying to do some really cool abstract art in that artist's name, and I do mine with watercolor straight up. I'm not using acrylic, but this year I'm toying with the notion of using my Posca pens, or Posca-like pens, because I've got some pens that aren't Posca, and doing my abstractorary. So it would be in acrylic, but obviously I would still keep it quite small in a little book. And I've got a few cool little books that I quite like. So, yep, that's my thought at the moment. And look, there's one little Easter egg. It's going to be so cute. I'll put the 2 blue bits together, like so. And then I will just stitch around doing a fun little stitch. And it doesn't bother me, they're not the same size at all. And give it a little bit of stuffing, but not a lot of stuffing. Just something there. I'm just going to do a few French knots on the white ones, I feel. So that's easy enough to do. We'll put it in our little nest. See, our nest. This feels slightly different to, I think this is still woolen. So I've used most of my acrylic felt. So yep, once I realized there was this stuff called wool felt, I got rid of my I used it all up fairly quickly. I thought, well, you know, this wool felt's so much better. I'm just going to get rid of this and I'll use wool felt more often. And I don't know. I don't know if it was a good thing to do or not, but this is so much easier to stitch through. I had some acrylic wool felt that also, so it was acrylic wool, and that was quite nice too to stitch into. So I might keep my eye out for when I see acrylic wool felt, just because I thought it was so nice to stitch into. Yeah, it was just really, really sweet to stitch into, to tell you the truth. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So these eggs are never going to be exact because the felt moves, and also I'm not being exact with my tracing. This one looks more like a pear, but that's okay. I've got pears on the mind, peaches and pears at the moment on the mind. My husband was in Nelson and he didn't bring back any peaches from the peach store we like. Apparently it was closed, the orchard that did the best peaches in New Zealand. I am devastated. Absolutely devastated. Oh, it was amazing. You'd go there. It was this really, really old shed. Kind of a shacky thing almost, something you'd see in the movies in America during the Depression, and there would be lots of people from overseas working there, and they'd be in horrible conditions, and Mulder and Scully would be there finding out how why certain things had happened and all that sort of guff. It was kind of like one of those shacks. And you used to park under the trees, and if you parked under a certain tree, plums would fall on you. It was awesome. We always went there. Whenever we went Golden Bay way, we'd always stop there. And the golf club where he was playing at was close by this orchard. And he said, I said, did you get any fruit while you're up there? And the first thing he said was, you didn't ask. I thought, well, did I need to? And the next thing he said was, I don't even think that's open anymore. So, oh no, I'm devastated. Because I always thought, a secret part of me always thought, one day I'm going to arrive here and, Mulder and Scully will be there. Never happened in a gazillion years. Never in a gazillion years. And also, then there was always a possibility of flying saucers. Oh dear, I am such a big kid. I know, I'm such a big kid. But yep, my imagination always ran rampant whenever we went there. I was like, oh, look for the aliens, girls. And they were like, what? And they used to look at me and think, oh, my mum is slightly crazy. And I was telling you now, I was really, I'm still am into the X-Files. I just love them, I think I like the thought of it more than anything. So yeah, I don't know. It was, I think when I grew up, it was, did it come out when I was 14 or something? Weird like that. But I remember when it came out, my mother wasn't that happy about it. She's like, oh, for goodness sake, you're watching this? It's oh. And then it was banned from our TV because it was a pile of rubbish. It was a pile of rubbish. Let's get it out there. Yes, it was, but it was my sort of rubbish. Oh, dear. My brother used to also love it too. So, it's something we had in common. We'd sit there, get up when the house was really, really quiet. Sometimes they did a replay. We'd sit there and secretly watch it. We would be in so much trouble the next day if Mum and Dad found out, but who cared? We had fun. We knew all about it. Isn't that a cute little ornament, don't you think? I think it's really cute. So, yep, I'm going to grab me special threads now. And special threads are just in front of me, just out of camera range. The first one I'm going to do is this one. I'm just going to put lots and lots of teeny weeny little French knots here, there, everywhere. Just have a little bit of French knotting fun. I'm going to use pink. Yep, the basket is pink. I'm trying to think complementary colours. How many threads should I use? There's not much of this basket. How many's here? I'm just going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hang on, there's still more thread on here. I think that's 2. I can see it, it's just here. There it is. Yep, 2. Okay, we'll use 2 threads of this lovely pink sparkly, I was going to call it fabric, but thread, with me needle that is not a pin. And just have a little bit of fun doing some French knots. So I worked on my communion cloth all of yesterday. I'm going yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Just in the morning. So I found that the light's really good because you've got to have a certain light to see the pattern on the fabric. Oh, there's a thought I hadn't thought about. And so, yep, so I got quite a bit done, but I still got quite a bit more to go. I'm going to wrap around twice and just put little dots here, there, everywhere on here. There'll be no rhyme or reason to it. Oh, we could use sparkly blue and just do seed stitch on the other one, and then we'll just have zigzags on the next one. Yep, that's what we'll do. I like the blue one being the thought of putting that on it. So I guess they're just eggs, so you don't, you know, it's not like they say Easter on them anywhere, is it? But I'm thinking Easter because this will be up in this season of Easter. So I'm going to leave a couple of months of ornaments on the tree. And I don't know, I'm debating about, now I'm thinking I might not take all my birds down at the end, so there'll just be more birds on the tree as the months progress, but I think I'll run out of room. I'll run out of room. I will need to make, I think it's called a banner, and so I can put some of these ornaments on a banner somewhere, I think, like Kathy's doing. So yeah, I just like the thought of a few ornaments. I don't know, you see, I think I'm pushing it already with just the tree. My husband's like, it's not Christmas. And I said, yeah, I know, but it's going to be a seasonal tree. And he's like, oh yeah, are you going to like make leaves for it and things, and you know, put autumnal leaves on there and that sort of thing. And he said, are we going to have fruit on it shortly, because you know fruit's coming ripe in New Zealand at the moment. And I thought, that's not a bad idea. I don't know, I might do berries or something, or put them on. It could be nice. Our apples are growing on our tree. They're still not ripe, but they're looking pretty darn cool. And we've got loads and loads of them this year, like loads and loads of them. So many apples on the tree. I don't know what we're going to do with them. This girl can't eat raw apples. I can only eat cooked apples, or an apple that's been grated into something. So, yep. I know there's going to be apple butter muffins. I know there's going to be apple butter muffins, and I can do them gluten-free because I've got, you know, all the gluten-free flour I could possibly want in my life. So I can start making my own muffins. I do like the thought of that. We've got a lemon tree. We planted it. My daughter talked me into it, and where we planted it, we kind of looked everything up and thought, well, this is a good place for it. I don't know. I think it looks like it's dying. The pomegranate tree that we got, just because I don't know if we'll ever get any pomegranates off it, but it's a little bush, and I thought, well, that'll be nice, and it'll go at the front of the section. That's looking rather sweet. So yep, so I'm just going to carry on doing French knots on both of these, and so I'll put that to one side, and I will put that with a thread. Let's go on to another egg, and we'll start decorating each of these, and then I'll come back with the finished product. I know, I'll be like a proper channel, won't I? Instead of rabbiting away. Oh dear. I know, I think my lemon tree's dying. Oh. And I think I had a friend, and she once said, oh, if the lemon tree doesn't look good, healthy, you bang... Did you bang the main trunk of the tree, and that helps the roots, and then they'll move, and then before you know it, your tree will be fine, or something like that. Yeah, that didn't work. It killed the last tree. Obviously banged it too hard. Yeah, oh, I'm an enthusiastic banger of trees. Oh dear. I did kind of chuckle to myself. I think I'm just going to do seed stitch with 3 bits, because I can feel 3 on here. Hang on, I might. Oh no, there's, what's happened? Oh no, one's just wasn't held at the top properly. My fault. My fault. Dum, 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 dum. Right, and we'll do the blue Easter egg. I'm just going to take the thread, the needle off the thread from the white Easter egg, and I'll show you what I'm going to do on the blue Easter egg, and I will come back when it's all nicely joined together, and then we'll stitch and stuff one of them, and then the end picture you'll see the finished project. Oh dear, I want to do some big Easter eggs, some really cool segmented bits of fabric and put it all together. I've got an idea in my head, I just don't know if the pattern will work, so I think it will. I think I'll be fine, so I just need to be a bit braver. Just go, yep, that's what I'm doing. The seed stitch is lots of teeny weeny little kind of running stitches kind of thing, done all in different angles, and it's lots of fun to do. In fact, it's really addictive once you get going. So if you've never done this before, pick a small area because it does take a while, and but it looks fabulous. It really does. It looks so fabulous when you do seed stitch. I don't think I've ever seen a piece where seed stitch has been on it where I've thought, oh, that's naff. I've always loved it. So yeah, and you can also do a double seed stitch, which is lots of fun. So that would be when you did two the same way, but I never remember to do that. Maybe we should do that with the yellow. That could be fun. We could do a double seed stitch on the yellow, but I was thinking zigzags. Oh, now I'm torn. I don't know. So you can see how the seed stitch is kind of working out. It's like if you'd got grains of rice and you'd thrown them on the table and all the different grains land all different directions. And it's like if you grabbed a container full of seeds and you spilt them, and then on the ground they would all be different directions and going here, there and everywhere. It's exactly the same thing as that, and I just love doing it. I love doing it. It's so darn relaxing. So there we go. I'm going to carry on doing seed stitch, and seed stitch will be on both of these, and then they'll be joined together and stuffed a little bit. So we'll put that to the side, and that's the blue I'm using on there. And then we come to the yellow one. Oh, I'm still not sure. I'm humming and ahhing. I don't think you could get very many, maybe. Let's see. Well, I've got yellow, so we'll be using this. Everything's in the nice glittery thread because I'm in a glittery mood. I know I lost, look, one bit of nail polish fell off my hand and I haven't replaced it. Yep, that's just me. I thought, oh, it'll look fun and funky on camera. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, what are we going to do here? I don't know. I do not know. Maybe it would be fun to do a running stitch that's in ever decreasing circles. Oh, that would be rather fun, wouldn't it? So that'll be nice and simple and quick, because you know there's a part of me wants to put them all together, don't you? Yeah, you all know it. So this will be nice and quick and simple. I'm just going to do a running stitch around the outside, which I should be fairly adept at now because I've been doing running stitches on me hexagons that I've been making throughout this week. Yep, I'm still making hexagons. I'm addicted. I can't stop making hexagons. So, yep, it's all Christine's fault. I blame Christine. Before that, I was not a hexagon maker at all. In fact, you know, well, actually, Kathy's also got some, you know, some explaining to do. Yes, Kathy, you've got some explaining to do. Because, you know, she got me all hooked on to, Paula, you can make hexagons, just do it this way. And it turns out she was right. I know, my lovely friend Kathy was so right. How lovely is that? I think it's gorgeous that she's so right. So, yep, my husband's a bit amazed. He said, hang on, the other night he came home and he said, hang on, aren't you making hexes? And I said, yes, I am. I've become one with the hexie. He looked at me, it was like, you're crazy. You are so crazy. I thought, yep, I am slightly crazy. Yep, get over it. You married me. I was like this before you married me, slightly crazy. Oh dear. But yeah, and he said, oh no, you're off on another fad. And he said, well, before you know it, you'll be making a blanket. And I thought, oh, is this when I tell him it's a blanket for, snuggling under? And he looked at me and he said, it is a blanket, isn't it? And I went, he said, it's a snuggle under blanket. And I said, you know me so well. He said, just as well I married you, isn't it? He said, so I can sign you into the mental institution later on in life. Oh, he's such a loving guy. Such a loving guy. Oh, dear, oh dear. The conversations we have. Oh, dear. As you can see, this was super, super quick and super, super easy. So, yeah, I'm thinking I should have done this one first, but that's all right. Actually, I really, really like it too. Oh, okay, these little eggs are going to be addictive. I can see me making a few little eggs here and there just for the fun of it. And yep, I want to do some more eggs. Oh, that was fun. See, look, it's all complete. Well, I'll come back when they're all complete and we'll put some together. We'll see you shortly. I'm back and I had so much fun. Both sides are done on this one. This has been done on both sides. It also sewed it up because I had enough thread to sew it up. And then on the pink one, I've done French knots on both sides, sewing it up to the way I'm going to sew this one up. So it's super easy. Oh, these are so fun and quick to make. I don't know what to say. It's been an absolute delight to spend this morning with you and to just do a little bit of stitching. Oh my goodness. It was so much fun. Hopefully this is going to turn out fine. I've got a little bit of stuffing beside me, so we'll find out shortly if it's going to work. All I'm doing is an overstitch because, I don't know, I guess I'm addicted to it. I don't know. Because it's felt, it was really such a delight and joy to stitch into. Oh my goodness. And yep, now I want to make some bigger Easter eggs. Definitely hang them on the tree. So I think that'll be next week's project. We'll be making an Easter egg together. Not the chocolate sort, you understand. This girl shouldn't be eating chocolate. I can't digest it properly. But from time to time, I still do have a little piece. I get incredibly sick with it. But the delight of having chocolate, I'm not going to give it up. I'm not going to. I just can't. It's my needle. My thread fell out of my needle. Not my needle fell out of my thread. Actually, that sounds better, doesn't it? My needle fell out of my thread. Oh, maybe. I'm kind of excited now. I want to see what they look like, especially inside the basket, the little nest I've made. So keep on calling it a basket. I don't know why. Maybe I need to make a little, maybe I was thinking it was more an Easter basket, but it's not. It's a little nest with, it just happens to be a bird. I also want to do a bunny. Oh, so keen to do a bunny ornament. So, yep, I'll be doing that shortly too. Obviously not today, one video. So yeah, I really do hope you've enjoyed today's video. If so, I'm going to mention it now. Give me a thumbs up down below because I've been forgetting to say it again. Leave a comment. I did have a little thing that I had in front of me saying these are things you must mention, but obviously I put it in a safe place. I can't find it. Yep, that's me life. That's me life. These are so yeah, I hope you do get some, if you've got some felt and a little bit of thread. The eggs are so fun to make. I don't know. I think, see, a part of me is going, when my kids were little, they loved to play with small things, Polly Pocket. Oh, Polly Pocket, standing on a piece of rubbery Polly Pocket in the middle of the night. It was cold, it was greasy. We had a cat, and you weren't quite sure what you'd stepped into, and so you'd hobble over to the light switch, turn the light on, and there would be a piece of Polly Pocket that you hadn't seen in the hallway. The amount of times I did that while they were growing up, oh, I'll tell you now, so annoying. And then of course the Polly Pocket got changed to the horrible little plasticky metal pieces we have now. Oh, that was awful. Standing on a piece of Polly Pocket, that was even worse when it was a hard piece of plastic. That's kind of like standing on a piece of Lego. You do the Lego hobble. Those of you who have children or nieces or nephews who've done that in your house, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I've just left a teeny weeny little hole, and into this teeny weeny little hole I should be able to squeeze in just a little bit. Oh look, I'm going just a little bit. I'm hoping I can squeeze it in. I'll stuff one of the other ones. They're a bit bigger. I might have to undo that one a bit. Let's go with this one. It's the other end of the chopstick. If I can, no, that end. There we go. I'm pushing it in quite firmly because I'm thinking it might need a firm bit of stuffing. So I'm really pushing it in with my chopstick so it's all the way at the top there. Grabbing another teeny weeny little piece of stuffing. And you just stuff that in there. There we go. Oh, that looks great. It looks fabulous. I'll grab my needle from over here. I might just undo this one a little bit so I can stuff it. So it's going to be really easy, I think, to stuff them by the look of that. It didn't take too long. Maybe it did. Didn't feel like it took too long. So that's a little bit better. I can get my kind of little finger in there. A little bit of stuffing. Just pushing it down all of the way. A little bit more. So that one's also stuffed. And we'll stuff this one as well, since I don't know, I'm on a stuffing marathon now, aren't I? And you really only do need a little bit of stuffing. So I've got enough here for 20 or 30 little eggs, I feel, if not 50 or 60. Would I be tempted to do that many? See, when my kids were younger, they would have really loved these eggs in the little, you know, a little basket and that. And I might have even made a tiny little chick for them. It's just something they really like. They like small little toys. And yes, I know a choking hazard, so you shouldn't give them to your kids. But I kept a close eye on them, and they never choked on any toys, well, that I knew of, unless they did it in their bedroom silently, you know. But I don't know. It's just yeah, I think I had my girl playing Mr. Potato Head because she was, Melanie, my youngest, was very interactive kind of thing. And so because my older child had Mr. Potato Head, I tried her on it before the recommended age bracket on it. And she loved playing Mr. Potato Head. And, you know, I always put it away and put it in a high shelf so she couldn't get it. Mind you, that girl could climb. Oh, could she ever? Could she ever? But still, it's, yeah, it's just small toys, small cute things kids love. Kids love to play with this sort of thing, don't they? So I'm just going to wet the end because, you know, let's thread this baby up and we should be able to close the little egg up. This is when I find out, ow, that the egg will no longer fit into the basket, but I'm sure it will. A little bit of persuasion. There we go. Just encouraging those pieces to go inside so they're not sticking out too much. Yep, this is something my kids would love to have played with when they were little. And I would have made a little bird for them. Yep, a naff little bird. They just love small things, so yeah. Oh, there we go. And all I have to do is kind of, look at that. It's so cute. I'm happy. Actually, I'm absolutely thrilled. What a cool little, no, I love this. I think this is really a good idea to put on the tree. It's going all the way through. Pull, pull, pull. Where are my good scissors? I must have taken them off. Oh, hang on. Little good scissors are here. There we go. So there's the first egg all done, sitting away in the little container. Put you with you, and I'll just close up these other eggs and then we'll have a look at the finished project. So it didn't take very long. Yeah, I actually thought this is one of the quickest things I've made. But I could be wrong. But when I look at my videoing, I could already be over 2 hours for all I know. But yeah, it's really fun. I do like making little ornaments. Yep, this is so cool. And it's a way to use your little bits of scraps. So yeah, I like that also. Even though these weren't, I don't seem to have scrap bits anymore of felt. So I don't know what I'm doing with them, but I think I end up putting them in my alt container, and then before I know it, I've got in another project and I've used it for stuffing for something. And this one here. These are quite tiny, so yeah, when I'm saying young kids, I'm thinking 10-year-old. I'm not thinking 1, 2-year-old. There's no way I'd give a 1-year-old something like this. Yeah. It could also be because Polly Pocket was quite big when they were growing up, so they were used to seeing small toys. Something's gone wrong there with me not tying. Oh, okay, hopefully I can sort this when I go to rethread the needle and pull it through. Pulling it tight, and it pops back in, and then I'm just giving it a little bit of a massage in a shape in the hope, oh look, and then this is the last one. Oh, I'm getting quite excited. I've got a bit of a shake happening here. Oh dear. Pull yourself together, Paula. Pull yourself together. So we'll just thread the eye of the needle again. This would go a lot easier if I'd done this as I was slowly finishing off each egg, but I wanted to do this with everyone so you could all see how quick and simple and easy it is. And it really is. It's very quick and simple and easy. My tummy's just started rumbling, so it must be around about 12 o'clock-ish. So maybe I have been at it for 2 hours. I don't know. I think this one here with the French knots, yeah, that's my favourite one. I've always liked French knots. The first time I ever did one, I was like, oh, this is a cool stitch. And going through. And I'm going to go through again on this one. Coming out the other side at the side. Yep. Pulling it taut. And it'll pop back in. And then giving it a little bit of a bird massage. And then hopefully I can slot, look, 3 little lovely eggs in my little basket, in my little bird's nest. And that is today's ornaments. I'm going to actually go and put it on my tree, so there'll be a picture of it at the end here. It's super, super cute. Yep. I wonder if I can, see, a part of me is now going, I wonder if I can work out a way of opening one of the eggs and there's a little chick coming out of it. I think that would be really, really cute. So something I can work on, I guess, in my head for a while. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's little look at the ornament that I made. Okay, thank you everyone for joining me. Bye.